Okay, so recently I've been mapping my song to this song by Cash Cash, Take Me Home. And you'll see I have these markers up here. This is this is like the intro, the first verse. This is the drop. I have a bunch of things in here for like when the lyrics are playing at certain times, but this is the build right here, build one, and then drop. So it's like 8 bars intro, 16 bar verse, 16 bar build. First 8 are different from the second 8. So I've been kind of working on that, what that looks like. I'm pretty sure the build, yeah, it repeats before the next drop. Yeah, so it does that. And then it kind of goes with a little build, not saying a lot in this half of the build. So I kind of got my own lyrics and I recorded my own vocals, but I don't know how to process vocals and they sound really bad. I've wrote lyrics for it, but the vocals sound really bad. I need to work on that. So I'm gonna play this. It's the build to the drop. I got a little drop going on. Try to get some dynamics between, like some difference between like what's going on before it and during the drop. So we're gonna have an intro, verse, which I don't have lyrics. I have lyrics written, but not in here. For where are they? I'm looking over here. Oh, these are all lyrics. So yeah, I have my verses. I sang them. I just really don't like how they sound. So I'm gonna play it without the lyrics for now, and that'll be a teaser for later. Okay, I guess. Oh, it's gonna play Cash Cash. So yeah, basically I had this as a file, saved from DJing. Take Me Home. I know it's 128, so I just put it in here, and then I lined up kind of the beats, the ticker to here. I did that with sound before, and then also you can kind of do it visually here if you really like. Oh, grab right here and click and scroll down. You can kind of see when the boom boom happens, and line that up with that. Actually, I'm over here. I'm just doing that because it starts with just do do, and you can kind of see how these really line up pretty good. And then, yeah, you have that whole song. And you kind of just listen through the song, and then you mark the different things, keeping track of how many bars, and then just kind of match your own song to that. So enough delay. Here we go. Nope, that's gonna be too quiet. I'm gonna turn it up. I had it turned up too much for Cash Cash, and let it be known I do not know how to mix or master, so I don't know. I don't even know the difference between those two things yet. But I'll do that later. I have been working on, without further ado, my ass, some automations with volume to try to get like some flow in here, right? Those are going on with the chords, and the chords kind of change here a little bit in terms of their pacing. Honestly, to match Cash Cash or Take Me Home. But anyways, so you should hopefully hear some of those automations moving the dynamics around. Okay, I'm gonna press play and then I'll turn it up if I need to. So you maybe could tell I had a loop in there, so I went all the way back to halfway through the first verse. Yeah, you know, I'm a professional already, and I left that on accident. I didn't have this part dialed in, so I'm just gonna hope that this works. Yeah, I've been playing with this a lot. You know, I've been doing the EDM Producer Pro course, and you know, it's 5 minutes within the module sometimes turns into 2 hours. I actually need to go. I'm headed to a show. I'm seeing Trivecta in, supposed to be there in like a half hour. But I've been doing this for the last few hours, and I kind of been playing with, the automations, kind of that. I'm increasing volume for certain things, trying to create a difference between the build and the drop by taking out certain elements. Honestly, I think it sounds better with my vocals, even though my vocals sound like trash. I think it makes more sense. Yeah, I have no idea how to process vocals, and I'm not the best singer. I thought, you know, when you're singing along to songs, you know, you feel like really good. I mean, like I'm hitting those notes. But when there's no notes to hit and I'm just kind of like winging it, much more difficult. Yeah, gonna try to tackle that sometime soon. I need to get a better mic. Searching Facebook Marketplace. I'm using this Shure 58, I think, that I got for a wedding. I don't know why it's like turned on right now. But waiting on a Shure 7. This guy's not getting back to me. Anyway, rambling. I think it sounds pretty good. Again, I've been listening to this melody for hours now, and I don't think I'm tired of it yet. Maybe you all are, but I kind of like it. Yeah, I feel like I'm now playing around with the song and just like tweaking a bunch of things. I almost like know my way around the DAW enough to just be playing around and like kind of learning as I go and kind of like stumbling along. So yeah, I feel like I'm just having fun tweaking things. I feel like I've know enough now to like be like, I want to add something there. I want to add something there, or like put a little space in between to like create. I mean, like a little gap between the build and the drop, and that right before the drop, I liked how I put a little like. It's like I put the end of the 8-bar loop in the last bar, or last like few notes before it, and it kind of like hits a little bit better while everything else gets quiet. I kind of made that up. It was a kind of creative choice, so it feels cool to be making those random choices and then thinking, wow, that sounds really good. Okay, this is enough. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna go see Trivecta now. Oh boy, I gotta get this.